Welcome to the Hire Arabia podcast, powered by Matchmaker Number One. I'm Ines Mokrani, recruiter, coach, and connector of talent across Europe and the Middle East. In this podcast, we explore the challenges, opportunities, and success stories of hiring in one of the world's most dynamic regions. Let's dive in.
Welcome to the podcast. Today we're diving into talent retention in the Middle East, why employees stay or leave, and what measures businesses can introduce.
I'm really excited about this discussion. It's a hot topic in the region. So, what do you reckon are the biggest reasons employees decide to leave?
Well, based on industry insights, there seem to be three main culprits: limited career growth, that lack of work-life balance, and a disconnect in company culture with modern expectations. It's not merely the paycheck, you know?
That's intriguing. I find it quite enlightening that compensation isn't the only driver. So, theoretically, what should companies focus on to keep their best talent?
Great question. Essentially, companies need to invest in, career development initiatives like mentorship programs and structured training.
Right.
They should also create clear career paths. Beyond that, engagement is key. Regular feedback and recognition can, build a much more positive workspace.
Yeah, that makes so much sense. And what about adapting benefits?
Oh, absolutely. It's also about tailoring benefits to exactly what employees value. For some, it might be flexible work hours or even wellness programs that support a healthier work-life balance. It really takes a holistic view.
Interesting. But I'm curious, do these factors vary much across different countries in the region?
They sure do. For instance, in the UAE, employees often expect quicker career progression and more international exposure, while in Saudi Arabia, stability and long-term growth within a company take precedence. So it's really essential for companies to understand and adjust to these nuances.
That nuance is, sometimes overlooked. But let me ask you, don't you think that focusing too much on internal progression might sometimes trap employees in a cycle where they expect promotions but don't see them?
Valid point. While clear, defined career paths are crucial, there is always a risk of overpromising if companies aren't careful. It's like over-engineering a solution where the promise of a career ladder might put undue pressure on managers.
Right.
So, it's all about balance.
Exactly. Balancing expectations is key. Now, I've heard some success stories from the region. Did you come across any vivid examples of companies improving their retention rates?
Yes, indeed. Take, for example, a tech company in Dubai that introduced a blended program with mentorship and flexible work hours. Within about a year, they managed to lower their employee turnover by roughly 25%.
Oh, wow.
It's pretty impressive when you think about the real impact on organizational stability.
A 25% drop is significant. So it seems that investing in mentorship and embracing flexible policies is a win-win for both employees and companies.
Exactly. And it's not just about incentives, it's about making employees feel valued and heard. That leads us to another important point: open communication.
Speaking of communication, how vital do you think it is for leadership to really listen to their teams?
Incredibly vital. Leaders should actively encourage open forums, conduct surveys, and definitely set up one-on-one interactions.
Yeah.
When employees feel they have a voice, that's when true retention begins.
That resonates a lot. It's like when you're in a group where everyone shares ideas openly, it just builds this trust and commitment, right?
Absolutely. It's like a cycle where every piece of feedback can foster trust, and trust breeds commitment. Listening, even to the smallest concerns, can prevent larger retention issues later.
Now, considering all these points, if we were to advise company leaders in the region, what would be your final message?
I'd say, first and foremost, listen intently to your employees. It's not just about the numbers, it's about the stories and the individual journeys of your team members.
Listening, that simple act can make a huge difference, can't it?
Exactly. And then invest strategically in development programs, create a dynamic company culture, and adapt benefits to match what employees genuinely value. Essentially,
Right.
It's an ongoing conversation between leaders and their teams.
I think sometimes companies, especially those used to traditional management models, might struggle with that openness. What do you think is the biggest obstacle to fostering such communication?
You know, many organizations still lean on a very top-down
Yeah.
model. Transitioning from that to a more inclusive dialogue can be challenging because it requires a cultural shift. But once that shift happens, it can turn around the whole atmosphere.
That transition can be a bit daunting, though. Do you think there are quick wins that companies can implement without overhauling everything?
For sure, small steps like regular feedback sessions, anonymous suggestion boxes, and even casual town halls can open up the channels for
Mm-hmm.
honest dialogue. Those are manageable changes that pave the way for more significant cultural transformations.
Nice. So it's a bit like planting seeds for innovation and retention simultaneously.
Exactly. It's like nurturing a garden. Consistent small acts of care can eventually lead to a thriving
Yeah.
environment, and employees will feel that and reciprocate with loyalty and enthusiasm.
Now, circling back to career growth, do you think there's a risk that too much emphasis on rapid progression might cause friction internally?
That's a valid critique. Unrealistic expectations can lead to burnout or even disillusionment if the promised growth doesn't materialize. It's essential
Right.
that the career paths are not only clear, but also realistically attainable.
So basically, companies need to be honest about what they can offer while still inspiring their teams to reach higher.
Precisely. Transparency is key. Telling employees what the ladder looks like and ensuring that every step is within reach rather than an idealized
Mm-hmm.
dream. It's about managing expectations and delivering consistently.
And what about cultural differences in the region? You mentioned that the UAE and Saudi Arabia have distinct priorities. How should multinational companies navigate these differences?
They need to tailor their strategies regionally. In the UAE, for instance, a focus on fast tracked career development and global opportunities might be more effective. Meanwhile, in Saudi Arabia, emphasizing stability and long term commitment could yield
Right?
better results. It's not a one size fits all model.
That level of localization must be challenging to manage, though.
Absolutely, it's complex. It requires deep cultural insights and flexible human resource policies that can adapt to local expectations while still aligning with the company's global
Yeah.
values. And that's where having a sophisticated HR strategy can really make the difference.
It sounds like a lot of companies can learn from leaders who are already making those changes. It's exciting to see such progressive models emerging.
Indeed, it is. When leaders truly invest in their people, it ripples across the entire organization, creating engagement, performance improvements, and ultimately better retention. And these changes, even if incremental,
Mm-hmm.
can transform the business landscape over time.
So, to wrap up, the essence is about listening, adapting, and investing in your people, right?
Absolutely. A sustainable approach to talent retention hinges on empathy, transparency, and real commitment to employee growth. That's the
Right.
kind of leadership that not only retains talent, but also drives the company forward.
Incredible insights today. Thanks for guiding us through this complex yet fascinating topic.
Thank you as well. It's all about keeping the conversation going and always looking for ways to evolve in response to the needs of your team.
Yep.
Until next time, keep listening and building those better workplaces.
Thank you for tuning in to the Higher Arabia podcast, brought to you by Matchmaker Number One. If you enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe, share, and leave us a review. It helps us connect even more talented individuals with opportunities. See you next time. Until then, keep building bridges between cultures and careers.